vehicle against conventional rounds. That being said, they are somewhat secretive, and they believe in the purity of the Japanese people, which also has led to certain things with any metahuman race, where sometimes if you have a council for the emperor and all that stuff, you rarely have anything more than humans on that council. There are a few elves, because we all know apparently that the elves are the meta race that everyone seems to like. It's the ugly ones they don't like the dwarfs and the orcs and the trolls, because they're not cute. But that being said, it is not as bad as some of the other states, but there is a high animosity in other parts for anything that's not human.
What are you talking about? I'm adorable.
What?
Like, what are you talking about? I'm adorable.
Oh, I think I thought you said you were a dwarf. I'm like,
No,
what?
I'm adorable. Cute.
I will agree with this.
Bang. All right. Now, in the previous encounter, they were basically doing a package delivery, which was paying them way more than any package delivery should do. No real questions were being asked, and What happened?
How are the ribs?
Waylon just returned from the job.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I'm not reiterating everything, Waylon. So you basically, when you had the whole update, you were asleep dreaming about the ribs you just ate when you got the whole update about the place you're going. Okay? So. But, the last encounter you guys had, the last encounter that was had in the 2 episodes was a crate delivery that paid way more than it should have. And a Japanese corporation did seem to have some interest in what was going on. And also I gotta get my notes. Also, a surprise attack came from some sort of full conversion Borgs that basically just had some skin in, they had some of their internal organs remaining still, and they had faces stretched over metal skulls. So they were kind of like your RoboCop kind of full conversion Borgs, but one of them wore the face of a dead lieutenant that Ivanhoe, the troll, had once worked under, who he saw die. And that one person had been captured, and he had arranged to send it away to a person by the name of Grandpa, which Uncle
Along with the
Grandpa
other dead bodies.
that went to look after to study that. And why it was happened, what was in the cargo crate, all that stuff. Hey, they were just paid to do a drop, and that's it. Where's my notes?
All those dead bodies are sent.
All the dead bodies? Oh yeah, okay, the bits and pieces and that stuff. That's all I got. Notes in errata. That's awesome. Let's just check it out. Story. That's where it is. What page is it? There it is, 46. Okay. So, also I'm letting you guys know that I might be a little slow here because for this update that was going on, I was unable to fully enter in all the data I wanted to for today's game. So I'm running it a little bit on the fly. And for all you guys, I think I mentioned this to half you guys, the automation for the dice rolls is currently off. So basically when you go to attack something, the numbers will tell you how many successes, and we just have to do it old school. I'll roll their defense, and then the number of successes left will be done as a defense roll. And basically I will walk you through it if need be, but we're going to be doing them just like, and that is a note, Ian Ward, if you are watching. The button under options where you can turn on and off the automation of the dice rolls, it seems to be missing, which might be an interface thing because they've changed a lot of the interface. They added a new button so the buttons may have shifted for you, or I'm not sure how it works. I'm not that smart. Okay. Yes, I did. Good. It looks like the full conversion Borgs that were sent to intercept the package had been from a company known as Technology, which Aztlan, which is basically a mixture of Mexico and Central States, and currently at war with the Amazon. Another story, a giant guerrilla warfare is going on there, seem to have sent those people. They've got their fingers in every type of pie, from genetics to weapons of war. The other one, Mitsuhama, was the Japanese company. Mitsuhama Computer Technologies, MCT, was the ones that were interested and had some elements in the last story as well. A company we may see more of as the story progresses. That being said, everybody has been on a jet being sent. All motorbikes are being sent ahead of you guys. Ivanhoe, I did state that your other vehicle will also be sent over, but apparently it's going to be delayed because the bikes are actually in the cargo hold of the same plane that is flying you over, but your the other vehicle that's got I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Sorry?
The buggy.
The buggy. Well, yeah, we can say that. The buggy. It is going to be on a next flight over type of thing.
No problem.
Now, a quick check to people in chat that are listening. Is the music too loud in the background? Is it too quiet in the background? Just let me know. Okay. So, as you guys are effectively, you're on a private plane. You're on a private jet that's taking you. You're not on a commercial plane or anything like that. It's also a suborbit jet that you guys are riding on. So you guys are going to be in Japan in literally a few hours than the several hours it sometimes takes with a stopover in Hawaii. You effectively go up into near orbit and you come back down again. With, of course, free bar and services on board. And when you guys are finally, being nudged awake or whatever, apparently they had a whole bunch of stuff on the menu. They had ribs, they had hamburger helper, they had grilled zucchini. So, okay, but as you get closer to the sprawl, I can say that both Ivanhoe and Wayland, as well as the other people on board, this site is a sight to behold, as again, the verticality of Neo Tokyo, as you've got these gigantic skyscrapers that reach into the sky. You've got a few pyramid-esque arcologies. But you've also got vertical arcologies, which are literally an entire city into themselves that are first seen poking through the clouds before you drop down to the other layer below the clouds, and you see mazes of steel and glass canyons with roads interconnecting at different levels and altitudes, even as you see vehicles driving around. And also you see a larger number of Pegasus engine or hover-based cars, ambulances, and work vehicles. In Seattle, in that you have mostly vehicles that are still good old wheels and driving around, and you have a few of the more expensive companies or whatever that have their little hover dock wagon. All the wagons for dock wagon, most of their fleet have hover capability for their wagons, and some of the other ones are ground-based, but you actually see a lot more. The Pegasus engine is the same type of engine that's used in the Harrier, which is sometimes a modified version of that is used for the hover capabilities of most of the vehicles, giving vertical and then forward acceleration. So you see a lot more vehicles that are flying around, and the airport that you're going to is about close to 1,000 feet off of sea level, and the airstrip, like an aircraft carrier, is actually built into one of these giant constructs that you're now flying into. Any comments, thoughts?
Don't like it.
The other thing is there are a billion colors that attack you guys as you get closer. Neon signs, English, Japanese, a few occult symbols in neon are all over the place. You also see a few of the Elven language in neon, but mostly all Japanese, ranging from quick signs and symbols to silhouettes of guns, or a cowboy that's tilting his hat with a pistol, just like Vegas almost, and of course one or two little stripper girl on poles, all in neon, flickering through the area. You've also got floodlights, spotlights that go up into the clouds of various colors. You've got digital billboards that have giant faces that span about 5 or 6 stories of somebody enjoying a can of pop, or another person enjoying these noodles. They're so good. And you have tons of advertising. You have floating advertising stocks in the area. You've got cloud projectors. They're projecting logos and symbols on the nearby clouds. Some of the buildings' fronts have got projections of logos and images, branding all over the place as you guys are coming into land. Nothing? Alright, cool.
I mean,
Don't like it.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Look
grab
at the
another
window,
drink.
taking up the sights.
At this point, you guys are basically, the plane comes to land. Your bikes are being wheeled out with you. The bikes are being wheeled out and taken through a different route than the airport that you guys are in, and they'll be meeting you on the other side of the airport by the main cabbie area that you can get. And as you guys are coming off the plane, Runraku representative comes up. I must remind you that you have one extra person amongst you. You have got Inu, which is basically the technomancer, who's got the punk hair, Japanese technomancer that's got the punk-like style and violet-colored eyes. Who is your technomancer, who's kind of wandering around with you. She's got her hands in her leather jacket. She's got Christmas tree spikes on the jacket, which are basically long pointed spikes. She's also got a little bit of chainmail interweaved on the one sleeve of her jacket. She's got some punk band t-shirt on underneath, a pair of cut jeans with a couple of belts all around them that really aren't looped into anything. She's got like 5 or 6 belts around her waist that don't serve any purpose than design fashion. And she's got a pair of ankle boots, little ankle boots that are at the bottom of her jeans that are ripped and torn as well, with some bobby pins and that holding the stitches together. She's also got a lip ring on the left side as well. But she's kind of put her hands in her pockets, pushing her coat down forward, and under her leather jacket, she just pulls up a little hoodie from her little back of the jacket, out of the collar area, just kind of pulls it up. Doesn't match the t-shirt she's got on. It's kind of a grayish, kind of blackish, charcoalish kind of color to it. And as she almost senses it, as rain just starts to drizzle out of this cloud cover, it's just not a heavy rain. It's just this constant little drizzling coming down. She just murmurs herself something in Japanese, and she calls the rain city sweat in Japanese.
my hood's already up, so I'm not gonna get wet.
Yep.
It's not bothering me.
You're inundated with a whole bunch of voices going off right now. Basically in English and in Japanese, directing you to areas of the complex and the building your Renraku individual. The person that you're supposed to meet doesn't have any corporate Renraku signs on them or whatever, and actually looks like some Japanese business corp, like a suit, just a regular suit type of guy that's kind of escorting you guys off the plane. You notice a couple of billboards flicker around you guys, and you suddenly get this boom. Hey, unknown person, wouldn't you like to enjoy a nice drink of crisp, fresh cherry cola? Unknown person, I know you must be thirsty. Unknown person, you can now come down to. And then you got another one. Hey, unknown person.